After the 2002, BMW stood at a crossroads. Could it grow without losing the sharp driver-first DNA? This next chapter shows how the company built the 3 Series identity, launched new luxury lines, and proved itself in motorsport. From sedans to supercars, from the street to the track, BMW was stepping into a new era. The E21 was the beginning of a dynasty. Introduced in 1975, it carried forward the lessons of the 2002, but reimagined them for a new decade. This was the first official 3 Series, the backbone of BMW's future. The design was modern and clean, with sharper lines and a cabin focused entirely on the driver. Under the skin, the E21 balanced efficiency with engagement. 4-cylinder engines remained the entry point, but BMW offered 6-cylinder options that gave the small sedan unusual refinement. Chassis tuning made the car agile without punishing comfort. It was practical, but every control reminded you it was a driver's car. The E21 also established a pattern, variants for every need. From base sedans to performance-trimmed editions, the 3 Series became a flexible platform. For many buyers it was the attainable dream, a car with enough prestige to impress, but affordable enough to aspire to. That mix turned the E21 into a success across Europe and abroad. More than just sales, the E21 proved BMW's formula worked. Compact size, rear-wheel drive, responsive engines, and ergonomics that wrapped around the driver. It was a living bridge between the lightweight 2002 and the future generations that would dominate the sports sedan market. The 3 Series identity was born. While the 3 Series became BMW's volume hero, another model line was quietly laying the foundation for BMW's move upmarket. This was the beginning of the 5 Series, the E12. The E12, launched in 1972, was the very first 5 Series. Designed by Paul Bracq, it introduced clear, modern lines and larger proportions, targeting business buyers who wanted sport and status in one package. The E12 offered both 4- and 6-cylinder engines, all tuned with a familiar BMW emphasis on responsiveness. Inside it featured better materials, more space, and a more formal presence. The E12 wasn't just another car. It signaled BMW's intent to challenge established executive sedans. For drivers, it delivered sportiness that rivals lacked. For the company, it cemented a ladder. The 3 Series as compact, the 5 Series as executive, and bigger things still to come. In 1976, BMW added style and luxury with the E24, the very first 6 Series. This was a grand touring coupe with long, elegant proportions and a driver-focused cockpit. Under the hood, straight 6 engines gave it smooth, commanding performance. The E24 was equally at home on the Autobahn or parked in front of a hotel. It added glamour to the BMW range, showing the brand could mix performance with real presence. The 6 Series was aspirational, and it expanded BMW's reach into luxury. Just 1 year later, in 1977, BMW launched the E23, the very first 7 Series. This was BMW stepping boldly into flagship territory. The E23 emphasized luxury, safety, and advanced technology. It was among the first cars in the world to offer an onboard computer, service interval indicators, and sophisticated climate control. Engines ranged up to smooth, powerful straight 6s. With the 7 Series, BMW now had a true top-of-the-line sedan and proved that the company could play in the executive league. By the late 70s, BMW had built a complete lineup. A full family, unified by performance and design DNA. In parallel with expanding the lineup, BMW doubled down on motorsport. In 1972, the company created BMW Motorsport GmbH, a division dedicated entirely to racing and high-performance development. This move formalized BMW's racing ambitions. The most daring project was the M1, a mid-engine supercar built for homologation and competition. Launched in 1978, the M1 was exotic, with a Giugiaro-designed body and a purpose-built straight-six engine. Though production numbers were low, the car's existence was a bold statement. BMW could build a purebred sports car to challenge the best in the world. The M1 also spawned the Pro Car Championship, where Formula One drivers raced identical M1s in support events. It gave the car instant credibility, even if it was short-lived. More importantly, the M1 pushed BMW engineers to master advanced chassis design, aerodynamics and high-output engines. Those lessons would trickle down into mainstream models. Motorsport GmbH wasn't just about one car. It became a laboratory where racing technology met road car development. The M1 proved BMW could engineer at the highest level. And Motorsport GmbH set the stage for something even bigger. A dedicated M sub-brand that would bring track performance to the street. From the rare M1 to the cars everyone could buy, the next step was the E30. The second generation 3 Series, the E30, arrived in the early 1980s and quickly became the definitive sports sedan. Offered in coupe, sedan, convertible and touring forms, it was versatile, yet consistent in character. The E30 sharpened the formula. Tighter steering, more rigid body structure, and improved suspension gave it precision. Engines range from efficient 4 cylinders to silky 6s. Buyers could tailor the car. Practical or playful, economical or indulgent. Whatever the spec, it still felt distinctly BMW. The E30 also reflected the 80s design language. Boxy but clean, with crisp edges and proportions that still look right today. Inside, the driver-focused dashboard remained, but with improved ergonomics and materials. It was a car that looked modern, felt modern, and drove like a dream. For enthusiasts, the E30 became a canvas. Tuners and racers flocked to it. Privateers found the chassis responsive and reliable, while families appreciated its everyday usability. This duality, everyday car meets enthusiast tool, made the E30 a global success and a cultural phenomenon. It cemented the 3 Series as the benchmark sports sedan of its generation. The highlight of the E30 era was the M3. Built for Group A touring car rules, it was engineered with racing first in mind. The body was reshaped with flared arches, a deeper front spoiler and aerodynamic tweaks. Underneath, suspension geometry was revised for razor-sharp handling. On the track, the E30 M3 was unstoppable. It dominated touring car championships, taking wins across Europe and beyond. Drivers praised its balance and predictability. Engineers loved its tuning flexibility. The car became synonymous with touring car success, a benchmark for rivals and a trophy magnet for BMW. The M3 proved that BMW could build a world-beating race car that doubled as a road car. It wasn't just a marketing exercise, it was genuine motorsport DNA, homologated for the street. Off the circuit, the E30 M3 became a cult hero. Enthusiasts embraced it as the ultimate driver's car. Its high-revving 4-cylinder engine demanded involvement, and its chassis rewarded skill. Owners loved how it turned every drive into an event. The M3 also shaped tuning culture. Aftermarket companies built upgrades, track day drivers modified them, and fans formed communities around them. It wasn't just a car, it was a lifestyle object that bonded owners together. In the 80s, the M3 carried cultural weight. It appeared in magazines, posters, and even video games. For a generation, it represented performance purity: small, light, balanced, and competitive. Many still see it as the best M3 ever made. The legend of the M3 was written on track, but it lived in garages, clubs, and car meets around the world. In episode 3, we enter the late 80s and 90s, the rise of technology, V8 engines, and BMW's global expansion. Don't miss it. Like and subscribe so you won't miss the next chapter.